That's right, Pokemon Unite is a free-to-play and pay-to-win game just like any other MOBA and game out there with microtransactions. After all, how are these multi-figured companies and developers for that matter supposed to finance themselves, let alone this game? Now at some point in the video, I'm going to bring up some common cop-outs I see to further get my point across with. We'll start with AEOS coins. That's in-game currency that's maxed out at 2,100 AEOS coins every week. This limitation hits pretty deep because as far as progression goes, it makes that as limited. There's also AEOS tickets, which is also in-game currency. And now the big boy, AEOS gems. These can only be purchased with money from your wallet. There's also fashion tickets and hollowware tickets. Like seriously, do they need this many fucking tickets to make things even more convoluted? Just centralize the tickets that you have 3 different versions of into one thing like AEOS tickets that are able to purchase these respective things. We're going to focus on AEOS gems because this is the thing that's going to bring the point home. Let's start with the battle passes. They come in 2 versions, free and premium. You will need to buy the battle pass to get exclusive rewards like Hollowware for Pikachu and Cinderace. I think it's safe to say that you will be at a competitive advantage with battle passes even though there's a free version, and all you need to do is look at all of the rewards you get from the battle pass. Most of it is just clothing. You get things like AEOS tickets and item enhancers, much more importantly, and you all know what item enhancers do, right? So if you get all of these things, are you not at some kind of advantage? Simply put, if you're purchasing anything out of Pokemon Unite with real money and it goes towards a competitive advantage, that is, if it's a win condition, then that is a pay to win element. And the fact that you have the option to not only grind to upgrade items, but you can purchase upgrades for those very same items is yet another pay to win reality you just can't dismiss. Oh, look at this. Pokemon licenses. You can purchase these with in-game currency as well as AEOS gems, which of course requires actual money. So can you not get an advantage here as well? Because obviously some Pokemon are going to be better than others, but hey, if you've purchased the same thing someone's probably still grinding for, there's another pay to win element you just paid for. But this is just a rundown of what is centered around this pay to win catalyst. So again, anything that you have to purchase with actual money that's aimed at a competitive advantage, that is a win condition, is pay to win. Let me bring up those cop-outs I spoke of earlier. I blurred out their name because it's about me getting the point across, not humiliating them. Cop-out number 1. You can just play for free and do the exact same thing and fast too. And they're partially correct. No one's forcing anyone to purchase anything in Pokemon Unite. However, you tiptoe over the most important aspect, and this sentence sums it up perfectly, and it's my exact sentiment. Just because a game is free does not excuse mechanics that give people an advantage over others who don't pay money. Again, you have this lovely little number here, the AEOS gem, that requires actual money to purchase things that do give a competitive advantage, that win condition, and therefore you cannot equate grinding for the same thing that people pay for to get the instant gratification of and come out with the same results. Remember, you're limited to 2,100 AEOS coins, in-game currency, that is able to purchase the same things that money can buy. Not to mention the Pokemon and the held items, where again, some are better than others, do give a competitive advantage. If you have a Pokemon with 3 level 30 held items that someone purchased with AEOS gems, and they're facing someone who just grinded for something half that level, once they finally earned enough AEOS coins that they were limited to 2,100 of every week, and they only have 3 level 15 items, I'll let you figure out if they're equal. Everything else is simply a redundancy of your classic mental gymnastics of a straw man, cherry picking, and semantics. So aside from the ridiculous amount of currencies in Pokemon Unite, you can just simply look at the competitive advantages through Pokemon and held items that you can purchase with real money and get your answer. Naming conventions aside, I think people get caught up on free to play, even though the developers already have made it more than transparent when it comes to all of the things you you have to purchase with real money. So I guess they have to spell that out and additionally say it's also a pay-to-win game because it does have pay-to-win elements. It doesn't matter if you're forced to do it or not. Most people don't know how to be responsible and restrain themselves, so I guess they delude themselves into thinking that the pay-to-win aspect doesn't exist somehow. Other than that, they're just apologists for no apparent reason. Yeah, it's structured like other MOBAs, League of Legends, etc. But again, that doesn't excuse the fact that there are many pay-to-win elements in the game that give you an objective advantage over others who have to wait weeks and even months to get the same thing. However, I don't feel the microtransactions are predatory. It's much more accurate to call them egregious. What's predatory about them? Again, the developers are transparent about what costs actual money, and they're not forcing anyone to purchase any of these things. That's up to people's lack of restraint and responsibility if they feel their rent and allowance deserves to be poured into this game. Other than that, play on, boys and girls. Despite the obtuse trend here to spitefully pan this game because 4th gen remakes weren't announced back then when it was announced, and now everyone loves the game and feels the need to be an absolutely unnecessary apologist for it. Yeah, a lot of the Pokemon community makes as much fucking sense as their favorite content creators who tend to blindly stan everything for some kind of fucking clout.